All right, so example 3, it says for the triangle ABC, side A is 12 inches, side B is 5 inches, and angle A is 31 degrees. Find the remaining sides and angles. So since we're after all the remaining stuff, let's go ahead and let's set up our pieces so we can have our answer box. So angle A, angle B, angle C, side A, side B, side C. And fill in what you know.
Can we find the third side?
How? Good question, but how?
By Pythagorean theorem?
Pythagorean theorem only works on right triangles. Do we know that this one's a right triangle?
No.
We don't know, so we can't use Pythagorean theorem. But we do know a side and the angle opposite of it, don't we?
Yes, our A's.
So we know our A, so we can use the law of sines to find angle B. All right, so let's do that. So we've got 12 over sine of 31 degrees equals 5 over sine of, we don't know B, so just put B there. Make sure you have the sine of B though, okay?
Okay, that cross multiplies, is that right?
We're going to cross multiply
Okay.
and divide. So we end up with sine of angle B equals
531, which is 2.575
over 12. Now you could go ahead and type that 5 sine of 31 degrees over 12 in your calculator if you want to, but I'm going to wait. Because how do I find angle B? It's sine of B. What do we do if we're looking for the angle? You do the inverse. Anytime you're looking for the angle, you do the inverse. So angle B is going to be equal to the inverse sine of what we have here. So the 5 sine of 31 over 12. So we can type that in our calculator. And it tells us that angle B is equal to, it's not an error,
12.39? Yeah.
so rounded to the nearest whole number would be 12 degrees. All right, but we got to think about something. When we did sine before, remember we had to check and see what quadrants was it positive or negative in?
Yes.
Well, if you typed in that 5 sine of 31 degrees over 12, you'll see it's positive. But, so it's going to be what, sine is positive in what quadrants?
Quadrant 1.
1 and 2, right? So this 12 degrees is a quadrant 1 angle, isn't it?
Yes.
So what if I wanted to find the quadrant 2 angle? Because we can have a quadrant 2 angle in a triangle, correct? Because we can have an angle bigger than 90. We can have an obtuse angle. So we're going to use, remember, if it's in the first quadrant, we talked a long time ago about reference angles. If it's in the first quadrant, it's a reference angle. So to find your quadrant 2 angle, you take 180 minus your quadrant 1 angle. So 180 minus 12 is 168 degrees, correct? So there is a possibility of this one having a second triangle. But let's think about this.
Wait, shouldn't we do that to angle A too?
No, angle A was given. There's no, it could be this or that. They said it is 31 degrees, okay? It's only, and we only use this when they only give us one angle. So, let's think about this. If I was getting ready to set up for a second triangle then, my angle A would still be 31 degrees. My angle B, in this case then, would be that 168. What would angle C be?
Not possible.
It'd be a negative angle, wouldn't it? So this one is not possible for the second triangle. We still have our first one because we still have that 12 degrees that we got. But there won't be any second triangle on this one. This one's only got one answer. And from here, it's just like what we did on the others then, because we can find angle C. That's 180 minus the other two angles added together. And we get? Good. And then we can use our law of sines to find side C. Now, do I want to use the information from my A's or my B's to find side C? A's. How come again? Because it was given. So 12 over sine of 31 equals side C over sine of 137. So cross multiply and divide. So C is what? 12 sine of 137 over sine of 31. Are you going to use the inverse sign on this one? No, because you're not looking for an angle. You only use the inverse when you're looking for an angle.
I got 15.89.
15.890, correct?
Yes.
Good. So we get 15.890. Don't forget to label it in inches. And we're all filled out, so there's our solution.